Wake up, babe! New Dandy's World lore just dropped! I'm not kidding. There was a post that was just made on the Dandy's World wiki of a bunch, and I mean a of different unused content. I'm talking about Dandy as a playable character. I'm talking about different skins that were never added. I'm talking about complete character redesigns. Trinkets that were never used, as well as player cards. I'm gonna show you all of this new juicy unused content, and boy is it exciting. Either way, buckle up, enjoy the show, and subscribe if you haven't already. We're trying to get to 20k by the end of this month. Or if you just like skeletons, or Halloween, or fall. I don't know, okay, content. Coming up first, we have the old design of Dandy. As you can see here, Dandy's old design had very few differences. The only thing being that his eyes looked more sunk into his head. This would have made it look like Dandy's eyes were following you, and also would have made Dandy's head look like a mask. As you can see here, this is creepy. I don't know about you, but I would not have liked this Dandy at all. If they wanted to give Dandy a more cursed vibe, then this is absolutely the strategy. And if they wanted to make it less kiddish and more horror themed, especially considering Dandy turns into a twisted seemingly at their own will, it is fitting for that character. Here's Dandy's hurt face, which makes me believe that Dandy was supposed to be a playable character. Or just when you don't buy their tapes, you see this instead. Nothing too crazy here. Here we have Flutter and Twisted Flutter. Flutter was originally going to be more similar to an actual butterfly. More similar? What? How could you say more similar to a normal butterfly? When I look at Flutter, I already think butterfly. Her antennas were curled inside like real butterflies, and her wings had clover-like marks, similar to Pebble. Wait, Pebble, clover-like marks? What? Instead of a singular heart, and the fluff under her head was originally bigger. The fluff under her head. I thought that was a scarf. Twisted Flutter was originally going to have her wings and her antenna cut, and her eyes were planned to be black pupils and a red sclera. What does that even mean? Either way, this is what the concept art looks like for it. As you can see, this is quite a big difference from what we've seen today. It also looks like Flutter was originally going to have her feet planted on the ground. It looks like she's running around, and it looks like Twisted Flutter was only going to be the flying Twisted. Also, this is the antenna they're talking about. What does that even mean? But admittedly, this does look a little bit more like a butterfly, but really not by that much. This is also a way creepier Twisted. By the way, at any point in time, if you like these unused content more, leave a comment down below saying what you prefer, or if you're glad they did or didn't do something. Coming up, I think we're about to see something that we're glad they didn't end up doing. Goob was EGG, standing for essentially good guy. EGG's design and name was changed to be that of the Goob we know today. This was his old design as well. I always thought this was just fan art. No. This is legitimately what Goob was just supposed to look like, or also known as EGG. Boy, I am so glad they settled with Goob. I do like the roller skates, though. I do think that's very fitting. Glisten was originally in Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared original character that Quelv made. Quelv later remade Glisten to fit the game. You don't think Don't Hug Me works? Either way, Glisten isn't based off of a cartoon. Much like every other, well, not necessarily cartoon, but based on something else. Glisten is actually Quel's original character. I didn't know that. But if Quell takes OCs into consideration, meaning his own, maybe he'll take other people's OCs into consideration eventually. It's food for thought. Coming up next, we have Poppy. Poppy's initial design had her a navy blue dress and bow, with spots in a lighter shade. Her sleeves and leggings were also said lighter shade. Her second iteration changed her dress and bow into a soft pink and spot sleeves and leggings into a soft yellow. The navy dress concept confirmed to be a skin. So obviously number 2 is what we got, and number 1 is what it would have been. This isn't a major difference. I think they both work. Just this Poppy looks more like a blueberry. Blueberry Poppy. This just says to be announced. V's early hurt face. It's just not that anymore. I don't really know what else to say. See, now this is where things are getting a little bit whack. Twisted Shelly originally was going to be much different from the one we have now. She was broken into 3 parts and separated into her head, torso, and legs connected by Iker. It was scrapped due to Quell not liking the design very much and redesigning to what they look like today. So obviously, Shelly has more of a dinosaur look now, but this looks so much more demonic and creepy. Do you think any other Twisted looks this demonic? That's probably why Quell ended up changing it, because he probably thought it looked a little bit too cursed. But I don't know. This kind of goes hard. I might actually like this Shelly more. Coming up next bat, we have Twisted V lore. Twisted's V first iteration had her torso connected to wires from a vent. Interesting. She notably didn't have a waist down, and she had a wide grin with sharp teeth. Her hands were also fitted with armored gloves, and her fingers were sharp. So, claws? She used to have claws. Twisted V's iteration had her appear not much different from her toon self. Her torso was connected with the black tube and only her right arm was clean and not covered in ichor. Her screen and torso also dripped ichor. So here's what the twisted version of V was supposed to look like. And I can understand why they changed it or scrapped it. Because how is a literal vent supposed to move around the map? Right? Like, could you imagine getting chased by this thing? Like, could you actually imagine being scared or intimidated by getting chased by a literal vent? That just doesn't work. And obviously this is more closer to what we settled with, which I think makes a lot more sense. In the September 6th art stream, so yesterday, Quell drew Little Dude to fill in the space on the canvas, and which originally said the next toon. Little Dude, however, will be in the game unless as a possible will never be in the game unless as a possible Easter egg. Here's Lil Dude. I don't know. I could totally see them adding Lil Dude just like on a poster or something. It'll totally be an Easter egg. You already know it will be. And here's some more of the costumes that we'll eventually see in the game. I'm going to wait to rank these for a different video until there's more of them that I can rank. However, that Shelly one goes so hard. Coming up next, we have Dragon Scraps. Dragon Scraps was supposed to be a skin for Scraps, but was eventually scrapped. The skin for Scraps got scrapped? What? But an alternative red version of the skin is possibly going to be used as a Halloween skin. I cannot wait for Halloween skins. I'm excited for Halloween. More so, I'm so excited that I'm playing like a horror game around this time, and I'm literally a skeleton. I mean, look behind me. It's literally a graveyard. I love Halloween. Yo, should I dress up as a toon for Halloween? Yo. If this video gets 1,000 likes, no. 2,000 likes, I'll dress up as a toon for Halloween. On God. But here's the green version of Scraps, and this is the Halloween one that they were talking about. Man, I don't use Scraps, but honestly, this skin would consider making me do it. That is sick. Tamagotchi V. Already love it. So fitting. Originally was going to be a V skin and Skin Concepts 2 image before being scrapped while unfinished. The palette for the skin was reused for Clown Scraps. Well, considering I haven't seen Clown Scraps, I'm a little bit concerned. However, that's Tamagotchi V. It just looks recolored, but it would be cool if they had a game on their face, you know, like a Tamagotchi. Dino Snore! Shelly recolors. In an art stream, a concept for Shelly was made. It had 3 variants of color/patterns. However, the red one was the one that was chosen. This is the art that we were looking at before. I was gonna wait to look at it, but you know what? We're already doing unused content. Let's go ahead and investigate it. Honestly, I kind of like the green dinosaur, but I guess the red accented makes more sense and just looks better overall, so I'm not upset. Here we have Antique Shade Brittany recolors. In an art stream, a concept for Brittany was made. Sorry, Brittany, get out of here. It was 3 variants of color/patterns. However, the blue one without plaid was the one that was chosen. Here is what those look like. They all obviously look the same, and it just makes Brittany look like she's a grandma. This toon gives off, "Don't forget to eat all your food. Eat your vegetables. I'll send you home with leftovers. I made you cookies." That is what she is. That is who she is. I like Grandma Brittany. She'll make sure I'm taken care of. Here's another concept that was in an art stream. This Tisha skin was made. It has 3 variants of colors. However, the lavender Tisha was the one that was chosen. We'll go ahead and flip through these really fast. Cheeky little pink maid Tisha, purple maid Tisha, and of course, oh, they already have the model. So, I mean, this just confirms that skins are coming to the game. I wonder how long until we see these skins added into the game. I also should add, I am so extremely impressed by the fact that Danny's World is not pay to win yet. Can we give a round of applause to Quell for that? Well done. Pebble's old active ability previously would have highlight all items, including research capsules and tapes. However, he does so passively. It was also the only ability that had a placeholder icon. This is what the old placeholder icon looked like. I didn't have Pebbles back then. Well, I also don't have Pebbles now, so that was a stupid thing to say. Never said I was the smartest skeleton. Many trinkets had old utilities, some of which had different roles and then got changed into another trinket replacing it. For example, Bone originally gave you 25% more walk speed and run speed when a new floor arrived for 10 seconds. However, this utility got replaced in update 0.2 to 25% more speed when you pick up an item. Pull Toy now does the same thing. Yeah, good change. These remote originally automatically finish the first machine you extracted from a floor. However, decrease your extraction speed by 50%. This utility was changed to prevent players from earning insane amounts of ichor and speed running throughout floors. Boo! Nightcap. This trinket used to fully restore your stamina when entering a new floor, but decreased max stamina by 10%. Boo! I don't know. It's mid. The only trinkets have an old icon is Speedy Shoes. Having a placeholder icon, the old icon represented a yellow shoe with 2 wings. In case you're curious, this is what Speedy Shoes used to look like. It literally just reminds you of Apollo. That's literally just Apollo. Am I the only one that thinks that? Spare change, spare change? The spare change card used to give 25 tapes, but updated, it was updated to 45 tapes. Still just kind of sucks. It's not great. While in development, the Decency card is the only card known to have a placeholder icon, which can be done in the voting stage is where you see Decency. And that is going to conclude everything that was added that is going to be unused. So lots of cool things that you would never have known unless you watch this video or you pay attention to the wiki. So which of the old things do you like more? Which things are you thankful that they didn't add? And do you think they still might add any of these things into the game anyways? For me personally, my biggest takeaway is I'm so glad that they didn't add EGG into the game. Goob is just a fan favorite. I couldn't imagine him being different. Either way, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow.
Bye.